So now, I explained about the Tchiyot. The first set of the Tchiyot is called Tchiyot of Miyushav. Okay? So by the Sfaradim, except of the person that is blowing the shofar and the person that is telling him the point that what you have to do, okay, the rest of the congregation sits down. The minhag of the Ashkenazim that everybody stands up. But even for the Ashkenazim that everybody stands up, it's called Miyushav, because the old custom was to sit down like the Sfaradim. Okay? This is the first set of 30 Tchiyot.
Las primeras 30 Tchiyot, para los sefardí tienen la costumbre de sentados. En las primeras, y los ashkenazim tienen la costumbre de parados.
Okay? Now, we have another difference, a big difference in Rosh Hashanah between the Sfaradim and the Ashkenazim. And in this point, the Hasidim is doing like the Sfaradim. Okay? What is the difference? If we do the blowing of the shofar in the silent prayer of Musaf. Okay? By the Sfaradim and the Hasidim, there is blowing in the shofar not only in the repetition of the Shliach Tzibur, there's also blowing of the shofar in the silent prayer of the Musaf. Okay? So there is another 30 voices of shofar in the silent prayer. Now the order in shofar in the Musaf is different than the order of Miyushav. In Musaf, I'll say again the Miyushav. Okay? The Miyushav is Tashrat, 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 Tashat, 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 Tarat, Tarat, Tarat. Okay? In the Musaf, we have Shofarot, Zichronot, Malchuyot. Excuse me. Malchuyot, Zichronot, Shofarot. So we have, in each one of them, we have Tashrat, Tashat, Tarat. Okay? So we have Tashrat, Tashat, Tarat, Tashrat, Tashat, Tarat, Tashrat, Tashat, Tarat. So it's 30 voices also, but in different order. Okay? So by the Sfaradim and the Hasidim, they do it once, 30 voices in the silent prayer, and another 30 voices in the repetition of the Shliach Tzibur. Okay? So altogether, we got to 90 voices. Right? Again, 30 before Musaf, Miyushav, 30 in the silent prayer, 30 in the repetition of the Shliach Tzibur. So altogether, we got to 90 voices of shofar. Okay? So we want to complete, to get to 100 voices, because there's a secret in the Kabbalah why to get to 100 voices. Okay? In the Gemara, there's also mentioned that about the mother of Sisra that was crying the 100 cries, but we have to get to 100 voices. So by the Sfaradim, Sfaradim and Hasidim, they already did 90, so they're missing 10. So in the Kaddish Titkabal, they do 10 voices. Tashrat, Tashat, Tarat, completed 100 voices. Okay? By the Ashkenazim, so they don't do the blowing of the shofar in the silent prayer of Musaf. They do only in the repetition of the Shliach Tzibur. Okay? So they had 60 before Musaf, and they have 60 in the repetition of the Shliach Tzibur. So they're missing 40. Okay? So in the Kaddish Titkabal, the Ashkenazim, the Minhag Ashkenazi to do 40 voices of shofar in Kaddish Titkabal. Okay?
40?
40. Okay?
Los sefardíes y los hasidim hacen 30 en la plegaria que es en silencio de Musaf y 30 en la repetición del Musaf del Shliach Tzibur. Entonces son 90. Y al final en el Kaddish
Titkabal.
En el Kaddish Titkabal hacen 10. Pero nosotros los Ashkenazí, entonces no tenemos esa costumbre, entonces en el principio se hacen 30 y en la plegaria de silencio de Musaf no se hace nada y se hacen 30, después en la Hazará, en la repetición, se hacen 30, entonces son 60, entonces nos faltarían 40. 40, entonces nosotros los 40 los completamos al último en Cadístico y Adán y Cabal.
Good.
Y el Teruah Gadol al final. Teruah Gadol.
Teruah Gadol. The final one is called Teruah Gadolah. That is special to do it long. Okay, but if someone he cannot do a long one,
Necessary?
should be a little bit longer, at least a little bit longer than the regular one.
Sí.
It doesn't have to be very, very long. Okay, each person. It should be a little bit longer than the usual tkiah. Okay? So it's called tkiah gdolah, but it doesn't have to be very, very long. If you have a long breath and you can do it very long, do it very long. Okay? I like to do very long.
Tiene que ser más larga de la
It's not an obligation.
normal, ¿sí? Pero no es una obligación de que tiene que durar tanto. Pero si usted puede durar mucho tiempo, pues la hace durar.
The minimum is that it will be a little bit longer. Okay? If you can do more,
Lo que yo les pregunto es que lo hacen tan, entonces van como que nacen en el mismo momento, preguntan.
As que nacían Sephardim do that tekiah in the same moment, the tekiah Gadolah in the same moment.
the last one, yeah. Everybody do the last one.
El último.
Okay. By the way, I'm not sure if it will be tomorrow. Maybe it will be another day afterwards. But you know Rabbi Shmuel Green. He comes here in the evenings. Redhead rabbi is running with Rabbi Yeshua. So is also I'm working with him on my project. So I told him that I want him to give a shiur on this blowing of the shofar because he have a special understanding about this. And he will give it. He will do something in my yeshiva. We record it in the video, Bli Neder, and we will put it on the Facebook, YouTube. I don't know what. So you can see it there. But you have to know that there is many arguments and opinions about how. For example, one of the things when you do. So one of the question is, do you take a breath between them? Or you have to do it straight, okay? For example, there's a few things that in the blowing of the shofar that there's different arguments. So those questions, so Rabbi Shmuel Green will give a shiur on that, and it will be on the video.
Tomorrow.
I'm not sure if it will be tomorrow. I told him that I want him to do it tomorrow.
Tomorrow we will shiur of Kavanah.
Yes, Jewish meditation. So I'm saying he will do his shiur. We recorded, and afterwards you can see it on the video. Anyhow, basically we went through, I think, the important halachot of the Rosh Hashanah. If there is questions, so I'm ready to answer the whatever I can. Maybe another small point of difference between the Sfaradim and the Ashkenazim is about the Shehecheyanu on the second day. Okay, in the first day. Everybody do the two blessings, Lishma Kol Shofar and Shehecheyanu. In the second day, the Sfaradim, they don't say Shehecheyanu because they rely on the first day. The Ashkenazim, they do again Shehecheyanu. Okay, that's another small difference. About there is also a similar question about the Kiddush. Do you say Shehecheyanu in the Kiddush of the second day? Okay. So because there is a doubt about it, so many people they bring a new fruit to say Shehecheyanu on the new fruit, okay?
New clothes.
Also new clothes, and to say the Shehecheyanu in the Kiddush, but to have in mind that also for the fruit or for the clothing or whatever it is, okay? Now. It says if someone didn't have new fruit or clothing, so he should do the Shehecheyanu anyhow, because most of the opinions, the halacha is that you have to say the Shehecheyanu anyhow. But because there is a strong opinion like that, so many people they like to find a new fruit for Rosh Hashanah. So if you go to the shuk in the week before Rosh Hashanah, so you will see many fruits that usually they don't have. Because people are looking for the new fruits, okay? So you will see, but it is usually it's very expensive because people want it, so the prices go higher. Anyhow, Okay, like I said, this is the basic structure of Rosh Hashanah, and bli neder, if we'll have another opportunity, so we can go a little bit deeper, or maybe we'll speak about the Aseret Yemei Teshuvah and Yom Kippur.
Has many difference between Sephardi and Ashkenazi in the Matzor Rosh Hashanah?
Yes. Those days of the Chagim, especially Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur, is the days that you will see the most differences from the rest of the year. There is a lot of differences. Also, there is a lot of similarity, but there is a lot of differences. So, what? No, that everybody have Malchuyot. But then there is differences. But it's not that. Look, there is like a basic structure that is the same. Okay, like the skeleton. The skeleton is the same. But in there is like piyutim. You know what is piyut? Like special prayers that are adding on top to make the prayer more beautiful. Okay, so that you see a big difference between the Sfaradim and the Ashkenazim, but also between the Sfaradim, for example, or in the different communities of the Ashkenazim. Each community they choose different prayers, different piyutim, different. Okay, so you have to. Yeah, there is people that, for example, the Sfaradim, that they daven with us all year, but those days of Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur, they have to be in Minyan, the same place, same style, how they grew up. Okay. But you have to know that the foundations, the basic structure of the tefillah is the same. So it's not so important. It is the feelings about the tefillah, but it is not the obligations, halachic. Okay, someone that he went to pray with the Sfaradim and he is Ashkenazi, or Ashkenazi that he went to pray with Sfaradim. Okay, so there's no halachic problem. He's not missing something halachic. It is about the feelings, that how he feels about it. Okay. Another question?
Que los sefardí no hacen shehekiano y también otra bendición. Two blessings. In the second day to Rosh Hashanah, shehekiano, and what is the other blessing?
Lishma kol shofar.
Lishma kol shofar. Sephardim don't do
shehekiano. No, they do Lishma kol shofar. They don't do shehekiano.
Okay. Sephardim no hacen shehekiano, pero sí hacen Lishma kol shofar. Entonces es que así sí lo hacen, pero como hay un safek de si sí se hace o no, porque por lo que es el segundo día, entonces lo que se hace es que se pone una ropa nueva o se come una fruta nueva, la persona que hace la bendición y tiene en mente a todos y ya se sale.
Okay? Oh,